What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Blessings to the brothers and sisters out there supporting the channel. We back. A little later, man. I bust my ass so hard yesterday, man, that I had to take some time off. Just updating channel art for both of my channels, and coming up with new banners, new setups. So hopefully everybody enjoy the new stuff I got coming. New logo hopefully coming really, really soon. Cool Man said, man, salute. So a lot of shit, man, I've been working on for the channel, man. But we still here, still doing what we do. Once again, appreciate everybody that come back. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, so you won't miss another video. And talking about Tony Harrison, Charlo 2, possibly in Houston. Shakur Stevenson Brawl tape from his 21st birthday has been released. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the all-first team. Step it up. Who need to step it up? African King, the real GOAT. What's going on? We're going to talk about a ton of stuff today, man. But I appreciate everybody for jumping up in the building, man. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, can reach out to me if you need be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Once again, you can reach out to the email. And, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze, thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Trust me, you're not going to be mad if you check out the all natural products, man. But yeah, man, let's talk about, we're going to talk about Anthony Yard a little bit, too. I meant to mention him. But let's talk about the Shakur Stevenson thing first, man. The tape has been released. It's on boxingscene.com. You can watch it. Everybody got their opinion on the tape. Man. It's a wild tape. And let me read to you. And I thought the case got thrown out or they settled it or whatever. But this happened like last year, right? This fight happened last year, and basically what happened, Shakur Stevenson, what's going on, MM Sports Talk, Johnny Player. Shakur Stevenson was in South Beach for his birthday with another fighter. The other fighter name is, give me a minute, David Grayton, okay? Basically, this is what they said that happened. According to the police report obtained by Miami 10 in Florida, Stevenson and another boxer, David Grayton, made comments to a group of people in the garage, including two women whom they allegedly directed sexual remarks at, which sparked the fight. Police said paramedics treated a man and a woman at the scene for cuts and bruises. Stevenson and Grayton fled the scene before officers arrived. The report said the two were arrested a short time later at their hotel. The report said Stevenson had cuts on his lip and Grayton had cuts on his knuckles. The report says Stevenson was celebrating his 21st birthday with friends on South Beach. Yeah, Drake and them was there. The video was first published by the website SlaterScoops.com. Stevenson is set to fight former, we know about that, Christopher Diaz, April 20th on Terrence Crawford pay-per-view. Now, I watched the video. I don't know how many people watched the video. Eli Zachary. Like I said, of course they're going to take the people's side. I don't know what made Shakur Stevenson them make some sexual remarks to the group of people. Like I said, I really don't know. But they was talking, and a girl walked up in between them. Stevenson tried to punch at another guy. The girl kind of got nicked in the back of her head. That wasn't she wasn't the direct target of it. And then another girl teased off on the Grayton character. So she get to piecing up the other fighter, David Grayton, and he get the whooping on her ass. And then the guy jumped in. He get the whooping on his ass. Now, how Shakur Stevenson got cut, most people was out here saying that how did Shakur Stevenson get cut? He shouldn't be getting touched in these streets. Well, Shakur Stevenson fell over and busted his lip on the concrete. That's what I observed. So, and then he did this bigger guy. This guy had to be like 2 times bigger than him. He did him dirty. He was, I don't know if he was Armenian or whatever he was. Stevenson hit him with like 4 or 5 uppercuts and knocked him out cold. And David Grayton beat up it's on Boxing Scene. David Grayton beat up the He didn't really. The girl stepped aside. See, the girl started swinging on David Grayton first. That's exactly what happened. She started steaming on the other fighter first, and she tried to sneak some pieces in. Look here, man. Look here, man. If you a woman, man, don't you put your hand. Look here, man. All these women, they want equal rights, right? All these women want equal rights. At the end of the day, if you fight for equality, you can't just benefit from some equality and then not benefit, and then then you want somebody to play fair with you. You know what I'm saying? No, that ain't really how it work. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how it work. And I'm gonna drop this link in the description. That ain't how it work. You know what I'm saying? It works like you hit me, I hit you. And old girl, he wasn't targeting her. Old girl started firing on David Grayton first. So you hit me, I'm gonna hit you. That's just how I go. You put your hands on me, I'm gonna whoop your ass. All right? And that's just exactly how it went. And do so now. Then she probably trying to play the role, in court. But no, you hit him first. So that's assault. So if we go to jail, your ass going to jail too. Off rip. Shakur, what's your frustration? Man, Shakur did old boy dirty. He fell over and busted his lip. But obviously he's still fighting charges, man. And like I said before, it's they word versus they word. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what sparked the whole thing. They said some sexual remarks to the group of people, Shakur and David Guyton. But at the end of the day, can't be in here talking tough. And that's another dangerous thing that's going around out here. Another dangerous thing is this. You got guys that look like regular people in plain clothes, especially with the UFC. You got a ton of guys in the UFC that just look regular. They look like regular people. You got boxers that blow up and don't look in shape. You know what I'm saying? They don't look like they in shape or nothing like that because they in between fights. But, you never know who you picking to fight with. You never know. It ain't like motherfuckers going around wearing black belts and wearing their boxing gloves around their neck. You don't know. You think you tough, but then again, it go both ways. These fighters think they tough, and a lot of these dudes be carrying them straps, especially when you got open carry in some of these states that's in the South. So at the end of the day, you trying to throw hands, they can easily throw bullets. Or if you think you just fighting a little square ass 160, 170 pound nigga, and you about 250, 240 like my man's was, you think you about to handle him. No, they don't always work like that. So it's fear where it's the unknown fear on both ends. These boxers go out here think they tough and you get shot. And you fuck around and get shot. Or these niggas think they tough, think they small, think because you lift weights and you deadlift that's gonna translate to the street. It really never do, unless you got a wrestling background. It really never does. You know what I'm saying? You can have all them muscles. That's why when I lift, I've been stopped lifting for muscle. You lift for lean muscle. You lift for repetitious stamina in your muscles. Repetitious. What's going on, homie Montana? Repetitious stamina. Even if you take a 20-pound dumbbell and you rep that motherfucker out in 4 sets of 50, that's better than you taking a 70, 80-pound dumbbell and repping it 10 times, 4 sets 10 times. No, that repetition shit, that's where the real shit is at. Them bodybuilders, man, that don't mean shit. You get your ass whooped. And 9 times out of 10, they can't wrestle past 2-3 minutes. Even guys that take the juice some of the time. So it's all about lean muscle. It's all about reps over heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? Repetition is better than, what's up, Trick? Better than just, powerlifting. Powerlifting is just all for show. It's all glitz and glamour. And big homie, Naquan Gates, what's going on? Big homie thought he was about to deal with Shakur Stevenson because he was a little nigga. He's like, oh, I got this little nigga. Oh, no. Shakur Stevenson went up there with a oops, upside your head. He went up there with some vicious uppercuts, both hands. And I was wondering how he cut his lip. This nigga then tripped over somebody and busted his lip on the concrete. So at the end of the day, he said, do you think, I don't know. I really ain't into amateur boxing. As far as the Olympics, it's all fucking corrupted. No, Terrence Crawford ain't doing no Olympics. Ain't no pros getting in there. Amateurs and pro boxers is two different things. Two different type of boxing. Don't always translate. But yeah, man, yeah, I dropped that link. But if y'all missed the link of Shakur Stevenson out there fighting in the street. It's in the boxing scene. If you missed the link, he said you got to come to Houston. I heard that you last night talking about. Oh no, y'all don't delete this comment 704 Joe, bro. He good, family. You heard the last night talking about how hot it is. I agree. Oh yeah, I'm coming to that. If Tony Harrison fight, I'm coming to Houston. I got a place to lay my head down there at. You know, I got a couple places to lay my head. I got a couple niggas doing their thing in Houston. I might fuck around and go down and like it and might stay. But all that, I have a midnight job though, like a motherfucker. I have a midnight job because I ain't fucking with that humidity during the day. I'll be straight working the 10 to 6, 10 to 8, 12 to 8 graveyard shift. Off rip. Unless I'm working inside or something like that. But yeah, if Tony Jamal do that shit in June, I'll be down there. For sure. I'm gonna definitely try to break my neck. That mean I won't go to the Wilder shit. But I'm gonna definitely try to break my neck to be down there for that one. But that shit on a Sunday, so I'm gonna fly out on a Friday. That won't miss a weigh-in or nothing. Usually I get there on a Friday anyway. You know, but yeah, I want to go to that Sean Porter Earl shit too. I hope that shit in Cali or Vegas. Vegas. If it's in Dallas, I'll come. I'll come, but like I said before, it better have a solid undercard. I'm not coming for that trash ass undercard. Tony not that stupid to go in Charlo backyard. Yeah, people said that about J-Rock, but they paid J-Rock the bag to come. J-Rock came to Jerry Hurd backyard. I wouldn't do it, but if the money right, you know, he gonna do it because you gonna have to knock this nigga out regardless. Cause you know, Jerry Hurd don't want to fight. Jerry Hurd don't want to fight. What's up, Lamont? Jerry Hurd don't want to fight Tony Harrison again. He only want to fight Jamal Charlo again. You know, he said go to Papa Bros Steakhouse and get you apricot glazed lamb chops. Okay, you gotta have to remind me that. You know, but if you go to Houston, man, shit, we there. We there. I mean, like I said before, I got a place to lay my head. I might go for the whole week. You know, so I definitely want to check it out. But yeah, that's a good way to transition. He said Earl and Sean gotta have a good undercard if it's gonna be pay. Exactly, man. They've been Top Rank got the best pay-per-view undercard this year with Diaz and Shakur and Teofimo Lopez on that joint. That's the best undercard. Why is Tony going to Houston? Well, it's down between. Let me rephrase this. It's down between Jamal and Brandon Adams going to Houston, or it's Jamel and Tony Harrison going to Houston. So originally it was supposed to be. He said get some Frenchie's chicken. Originally it was supposed to be Brandon. It was supposed to be Brandon Adams and Jamal, but maybe Jamel and Tony Harrison come to some type of agreement. But if Jamal and Brandon Adams fight, it's going to be on Showtime. So really, in my opinion, really, do you really want to break ground with Showtime promoting the fight? Come on, because really the goal is to do better than Jaime Munguia did in Houston, which I watched that Inoue fight. And wasn't nobody really there. You got to remember, the thing about Houston is, if Houston ever can get the media coverage that New York, or close to what New York and LA got, they'd be the third largest city once this census thing is done with. They're supposed to have a bigger population than Chicago by 2020. So it's a huge market. It's a lot of untapped potential as far as media wise in Houston. There's a ton of people there. So if they can really promote it with the best fight possible and the best promotion in the game from a network, which is Fox, it'll make more sense. But Brandon Adams and Jamal Charlo, what is that really gonna sell? If we talking about who need a dog undercard, that would need a dog undercard. We already know Showtime ain't in the business of really in boxing no more. You know, what has Showtime really offered you this year? Pacquiao, Broner, Tank, Hugo Ruiz. I mean, they selection has been terrible. It's been very, very terrible. And maybe it's like Fox carried the first quarter, Showtime carried the second quarter, Fox carried the third quarter, and Showtime carried the fourth quarter. Or maybe it's Fox carried the first half and then Showtime carried the second half of the year. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure. So, like I said, you know, it's a good possibility. He said his own killing shit. You know, what you mean that in a good way or bad way. But yeah, it's a lot of fights going on in that time before I continue to talk about Tony and Charlo too, because June 8th and June 15th and June 23rd, June 23rd, you're gonna have Charlo and Harrison regardless. That's the date. Oh, he said in a bad way. That's the date. And then June 15th and June 8th, well, June 15th you have Shorts and Tyson Fury. You know, then June 15th or June 8th you can have, because both of these are the tentative date, Golovkin versus Nadam and Jamal Charlo versus Brandon Adams. So to kick off the summer is pretty fucked up. You know what I'm saying? None of those fights other than Charlo and Harrison 2 really pique a lot of people's interest. Because you got Demetrius Andrade fighting on Golovkin undercard versus Lucky, when Golovkin can just fight Demetrius Andrade and then the winner can go fight Canelo and just make undisputed. You know, but other than that, you know, it ain't too many scintillating fights. But really, in April, May, you get it in because you got Christina Hammer taking on Clarissa Shields. Well, I mean, pull up the schedule because I don't want to say, oh, this nigga told me this and he wrong, and I'm like, all right, bro. Let me pull up the schedule. And I use the Ring magazine schedule. Boxing scene shit don't be on point at all. Ring shit don't be updated like that, but it's the best one you can get. If somebody thinking about doing an app, somebody should do a boxing schedule app. That shit'd be dope. You probably make some bread off that shit for real. And do an MMA app or something like that too. But April 12th, you got Lomachenko, Corella, Roberto Ramirez, and the Bum Bash on the undercard. And then the next Saturday, that's next day and Saturday, you got Clarissa Shields, Christina Hammer. Shout out to my boy Jarico O'Quinn. He on the undercard. Nice up-and-comer boxer from Detroit. Billy Joe Saunders fighting that day versus some bum for the interim title. And that same day, you got Jaime Munguia and Dennis Hogan fighting. I heard that might be Jaime last fight at 154. And then you got Peter Quillen taking on Caleb Truex on FS1. And then you got Dervinchenko. That's from Minnesota, I believe. Yeah, Minneapolis. Then you got Dervinchenko taking on Jack Klokai for an IBF mandatory shot at the winner of Danny Jacobs' IBF title versus Canelo. That the next Saturday you got Dave Allen and Lucas Brown, but nobody cared about that. But you got Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan on the undercard, Shakur and Christopher Diaz, Felix Verdejo versus Brian Vasquez, Carlos Adames taking on Frank Galarza at 154. Teofimo Lopez fighting the lightweight inside the top 10, Indus Talati. Then that same day, you got Danny Garcia taking on Adrian Granados. Andrew Ruiz is on the undercard. Hugo Centennial Jr. is on the undercard. And Brando Figueroa live from the StubHub Center in Carson, California. They call it something else, but it's still StubHub to me. That next Friday, you got somebody fighting in Thailand. I know you don't. You got the triple fly. You got the flyweights, super flyweight. Sora Riverstein taking on Juan Francisco Estrada in a rematch. First fight was really good. You got Danny Roman in a junior featherweight unified title bout versus TJ Dahani. Jesse Vargas versus Humberto Soto. That might be one of the best DAZN cards that they made so far, in my opinion. And then Sunday, you got Relic versus Regis Prograis from Lafayette, Louisiana on the zone. Donaire versus Tite on the undercard. The ESPN Plus, you got some undercard shit from the UK, or some shit from the UK. May 4th, you got Canelo, Danny Jacobs, no undercard been announced. Then you got Perturbia going up against them and Jordan Acosta on two different cards on regular ESPN. Everybody seemed to be trying to go against each other instead of just all these free fight dates they got. Everybody using the same date. Then May 11th, you got Burchett versus Francisco Vargas. And then Nervades versus Isaac Dogbo on ESPN. And then you got Jared Hurd versus J-Rock on regular Fox. That same Saturday, May 11th. 18th, you got... they still got Barashni against Josh Taylor opponent. I heard he pulled out. But then you got Emmanuel Rodriguez taking on Nuyuwa. That's a wonderful card right there. Then you got the Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder taking on Dominic Brazil from Brooklyn. Then that next... a couple weeks after that, Saturday, June 1st, you got Joshua taking on Big Baby Miller. Breeders versus Glozwowski. The 15th, a couple weeks after that. Then Dr. Toes taking on TMT fighter Andrew Tabiti. So really in April to May to June, it's some solid fights. You know what I'm saying? Shields and Hammer is spearheading that, in my opinion. Then you got Crawford and then Danny. They both fighting on separate. They going up fighting on separate cards against each other. And then you go into May. You got some really good fights with Canelo Jacobs, Wilder, Dominic Breazeale. Then June, Big Baby Miller and Joshua. Then in June, you're going to have Tyson Fury, Swartz. Golovkin coming back probably versus Nadal. Charlo versus Adams. Jamel versus Tony Harrison. So it's a ton of fucking fights coming up, man. And obviously, it's not the Errol Spence bandwagon. It's probably gonna be Deontay Wilder dominating the headlines. But for me, I'm looking at a ton of those fights like Regis and Relic and Tite Donaire, Tabiti, the Dr. Toe. I'm looking at some of those fights, man. I'm at the heart of heart. I'm more of a purist boxing fan. I love like smaller weight class, the flyweight card on the zone. A lot of people just want to talk about the surface of boxing. They want to just talk about Earl, Terrence, Deontay. But I really, my love for the sport is not superficial. And a lot of these dudes got a superficial love for the sport, which it lacks depth. And if the reason why a lot of these dudes, they go over your technical questions because they don't know the answer to them. If I don't know the answer to something, I'm like, okay, I need to go check that guy out. So yeah, it's a lot of great boxing coming on. The zone kind of carries some really good cards too, to be known. Not get credit where credit's due with Canelo, Jacobs. I heard Dave Lemieux, John Ryder gonna be on that joint for the Canelo's regular WBA title, but I think Canelo, he gonna retain it though. So I don't know exactly if that fight can happen no more, but it's a lot of great ass fucking fights, man. On the zone, to be honest. Estrada and Sora Riverstein was a great fight the first time, but like I said before, a lot of people on here ain't gonna really talk that real shit. Shout out to Lawrence Williams. He be talking that real boxing shit, man. I fuck with him, man. Real tough, man. He talk that real boxing shit. But everybody else on here, if it ain't Earl, ain't Deontay, they really don't care about the prospects and nothing like that. So like at the end of the day, man, I talk that shit too, man. But I ain't seen nobody really do a video on Regis. I did one like a week or two ago. So I'm gonna do more coverage on Regis' progress because he's a really good guy, man. I had a couple run-ins with him, man, and nothing but love, man. Not one of these dudes and their feelings. Shout out to Regis, man. He a real one, man. Real talk. He a real one, dog. Much love to him, man, because it could have went two separate different ways, but you know what? He a real genuinely good person, man. So salute to Regis' progress, man. But talking about Tony and Charlo, get back to that. Tony and Charlo, man, like I said before, if Tony go down to Houston, man, he might as well just train for the knockout, bro. Because at the end of the day, Texas got one of the most corrupt commissions out there. Very, very corrupt. Texas is just a corrupt commission. At least it ain't a Hispanic fighter in here to get the benefit of the doubt. So you got two brothers in here that's really going to swap it out and do their thing. But like I said before, if he go down to Houston, win, lose, or draw, I think you got a lot of motherfuckers got to put some respect on his name. And shout out to him and Sean Porter, Harrison and Sean Porter. At the end of the day, they took their L's and then cried and then pout about it, then complained about taking L's, then complain about it. And people talk about, oh, he lost his career over with shit. Tony Harrison and Sean Porter still ticking. Tony Harrison and Sean Porter is still ticking. Like it or fucking not, they still doing their motherfucking thing. Real talk. Like it or not. A lot of motherfuckers cry about L's. Charlo was about to cry himself to sleep. At the end of the day, losses are losses. But guess what? Sean Porter, he ain't take shit away from his career. We know at the end of the day, Sean Porter bounced back. He persevered. And I talk about Amir Khan. He got knocked out. He persevered. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes, man, y'all got to get credit where credit is due. How many times Nadal then took an L and he still came back and won a regular title? Motherfuckers believe in, like, I take an L, my career is over with. Not really. It just not begun. It shows me a lot of resiliency. Shows me that you can bounce back quick. And then you just not mentally weak. Look at Amir Khan. Jaw been left on the fucking canvas 1,000 fucking times. But all people joke about his jaw, but nobody talk about how Amir Khan consistently bounces back and does his thing, man. He says, Cool Man said something. I'm looking for your comment. Was that you that said it? Yeah, your shit didn't roll by. He said it's a rematch fight or you leaning towards Harrison. If he would stay with Derrick James, I'm leaning towards Tony Harrison to get the stoppage, bro. I said that from the beginning. If he don't listen to Derrick James, and I can't tell you how that camp gonna go. That's really an unpredictable fight. If he don't listen to Derrick James, he getting stopped. If he get out there and fight the same fight he fought last time, Charlo, he getting stopped. And a lot of motherfuckers don't understand what I'm saying. But I don't like. You can't convince. You can't. I'm not trying to convert dudes over to believe what I believe. I'm just trying to give you some clarity on some situation. Like when I was at Madison Square Garden and I seen Sor Rivastan knock Chocolito out. And I was in this boxing group and shit. And I was telling people, I was like, man. I say, man, they said, oh, man, Chocolito got robbed. I said, he got his ass whooped. I was there. And I watched it again. I said, he got his ass whooped. I said, in the rematch, he gonna stop homeboy. Oh, you hating. That's niggas' favorite word. Niggas, you hating. You hating. You's a hater. You just hate Chocolito. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? What happened? That motherfucker got parked in 2, 3, 4 rounds. His ass got parked. He did hurt Charlo a couple times. He buzzed Charlo a couple times. He buzzed Charlo. He was having that nigga chin up in the air. He buzzed him. He got to stop that nigga. I'm telling y'all, bro. If he fight that same fight, if he don't fight more fluid, he don't use his angles, if he just be loose and just fight his fight and box on his toes and use angles, he should be able to get Tony. You know what I'm saying? But if he come all wound up, all tight, he getting stopped. Tony Harrison ain't let that right hand go. He gonna fuck around, he's gonna fuck around and run into a right hand. Harrison gonna look at the tape like, damn, I left a ton of right hands out there. I should have threw the left hook some more to set up the right hand. Watch what I tell you, dog. Watch what I tell you. And motherfuckers gonna put some respect on my name. Now if Charlo get out there and change his game plan and relax, let his punches flow, kind of use his natural boxing ability, he can outbox Tony Harrison to a clear decision. He got those type of skills. He go out there, box side to side, lose lateral movement, use his jab like he did versus Rosado, boxing lateral side to side in circles, and just make Tony Harrison the aggressor. He'll win the fucking fight. But you know what? He gonna come out there thinking he an Earl Spence clone, and I'm telling you, that nigga gonna let that right hand go, and he gonna sleep his ass. I'm telling y'all. A lot of shit Harrison was throwing was one jab, and one shot at a time. You know what I'm saying? If Charlo come out there whining out with that, watch what I tell you. They gonna have that motherfucker hit that motherfucker jab and really stick and hold his position and stick that right hand down on Jamil Chin. And he gonna stop his ass. I'm telling you, if that man don't change his game plan, he's going to get stopped. And don't sleep on an uppercut going in there. See, Tony didn't let that right hand go because he wasn't that confident. He just stick with what he knew. It's kind of like just you going to work, you got a new job, and MapQuest show you how to get to your job one way. But somebody else tell you it's a quick way, boom, 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 boom. But you scared to take the quicker way because you don't want to fuck around and be late. Or you get out a little early and then you don't want to be too early. I think this time Tony Harrison going to take the advice of somebody else, and find a shortcut. And I'm telling you, man, anytime you go out there looking for a knockout and you like that, he loading up, and now Tony Harrison get an opportunity to see it on tape. If there's no adjustments getting made, he getting knocked out, bro. And like I told you, man, you can say he wasn't trying to get KO. Whatever make you sleep better at night, Johnny Player. I'm not approaching this shit from no Charlo fan standpoint. I'm telling you what I know. In my opinion, I thought Tony Harrison was pacing himself so he didn't get tired. And if he put that right hand behind that, he gonna sleep this nigga. I'm telling you, he going to sleep. A lot of motherfuckers don't believe it. Now, if Charlo change his style, be relaxed, be more fluid, side to side, slipping and dipping, box like he was boxing with Ronnie Shields, he got it. He got the fight. But he not gonna do that. I'm telling y'all. He gonna come out there more angered, more frustrated than ever. He gonna get fucked up. He gonna run back to Ronnie Shields to build his career up. That's what he should be with anyway. Jamal should be with Derek, and Jamel should be with fucking Ronnie Shields. For real. He should be with Ronnie Shields. But you know, at the end of the day, you gotta put pride aside. El Chinito, salute. You gotta put pride aside. And if he come out there looking for a knockout again, this ain't no fucking Austin Trout. This is a motherfucker that can punch. You know, but we'll see. Like I said before, you know, a lot of motherfuckers think they see what they see. They believe what they hear. Turn off the TV. Believe your eyes. Go ahead and say it. You know, go ahead and say it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all believe in what Fox saying. Go back and watch the fight. Turn off the sound. Turn off the sound and believe your eyes. Don't be believing what that person say. Believe what you see with yourself. Just look at it and be like, okay, I see this and I see that. But if you're not going to sit here, what's going on? JT making 67. If you're going to sit here and just say, oh, you a fan, I'm a fan, and I can't see him losing, of course you're not going to see it. Of course you're not going to see it. You're going to go bet your money on Bravada, or you're going to go bet one of your homeboy, or you're going to be stupid enough to bet me. Because when I bet on boxing, it's a fucking shoe-in, nigga. And I never lost no money in boxing, bro. Maybe one fight. But when I bet money on boxing, 9 times out of 10, it's a fucking it's a shoe-in. I don't take no bets that I ain't confident in. It's a shoe-in. But I really can't tell you on this one because I don't know what Jamel Charlo gonna train like. Now, if he gonna train better, he more relaxed, they gonna make adjustments, then cool. He gonna make adjustments. I don't know. But if you put this nigga in his hometown, I'm betting you. I'm betting y'all niggas. If he go to Houston, that's gonna be, I ain't even think about it that way. If he go to Houston, man, he gonna have so much pressure to perform against his home crowd, bro. That nigga really gonna be like, he gonna really be looking for one punch. He really gonna be looking for one punch. Ain't gonna, man, you get fucked up in there. Now that'll work with Jamel Charlo. That'll work with, that'll work with Jared Hurd. Cause Jared Hurd, you ain't missing shit. You gonna hit that yellowhead motherfucker. No offense to him, I like Jared Hurd. You know, he gonna hit that yellowhead motherfucker. You can't miss his head. He probably fuck around and be the one that get Jared Hurd. I still favor Jamel, even if he lose to Tony, unless he get iced. I still favor Jamel Charlo to beat his ass. Real talk. I still favor Jamel Charlo. It ain't gonna be no judges. He gonna at the crib. And if he goes to the judges, that's on Tony fault. Because he should be able to knock that motherfucker out this time. Because he gonna be fighting stupider than ever in Houston. Yeah. That motherfucker throwing the same fucking punch at the same speed. Tony Harrison should be ashamed that he didn't knock his ass out last time. He should have held his ground and really sat down on that right hand. Real talk. He really should have sat down on that right hand and stopped that motherfucker. But he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He trying to pace himself not to get tired. He got to trust his win. But like I said before, Jamel used his abilities, his boxing abilities, he escaped to a decision, bro. And I ain't saying that because I like either one of these guys. But I'm telling you, if he used his ability, he gonna skate to a decision, bro. But he not gonna use him. This nigga gonna think he Earl Spence. And as he fight like that, he gonna get every fighter that he fight a chance to beat him besides Jared Hurd. Real talk. He gonna get every fighter a chance to beat him. You know? He said just one once. He said, well, man, what fight you watching? I mean, like I said before, man, you dudes listen to what y'all hear. Even Callie came back and told me, like, yeah, dog, yeah, I thought that fight was a lot closer than I thought it was. You just listening to the TV. Don't listen to the TV. Turn the sound off. Take your fandom out of it. Like, I'm not a fan. Watch it with clarity. That fight was close. That fight was close. But a lot of you dudes is going to look at it as a Charlo fan. You can't look at it like that. You can't ignore, oh, it was a jab that popped his head back. That still scored. You can't take away that Charlo missed 1,000 punches. That's ring generalship. That's ring generalship. Of course, a lot of y'all going to just sit here and die with the lie. You're going to die with the lie. Stake that favoritism out of your fucking chest and look at it with clarity. Look at it with clarity. Motherfuckers act like it was a 7. I know I'm gonna say what, like a 10-2 fight, 10 rounds to 2. No, it wasn't. Look at this shit with clarity. You be like, okay, I'll go back and watch it. I ain't a fanboy. Okay, Mark, it was close. It was close. What's going on, Dream Chaser? It was close. You know, but like I said before, I can't drag motherfuckers to the pasture and force them to eat. But like I say, man, I be on that shit, bro. Especially in fights like this, man. I'm telling you, I'm money. Now I don't know what Charlo gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to be in their camp and see the adjustments that Jamil making in his camp and Derek James. But if you told me he was going back to Ronnie Shields, I bet the house on him. I promise you, I bet the house on him. If he go back to Ronnie Shields, I bet the crib on him, bro. But Derek James is not for him. A lot of people don't want to hear that. You know, I don't think Charlo can knock him out. I don't. Not with that style. Nope. Not with that style. If he come with the boxing style, yeah, he can hit him to the body, outbox him, set a high pace, then stop him like mid to late. But with that style of fight that he fought, he not gonna knock nobody out like that, except for Jared Hurd or Jaime Munguia. He not gonna knock a boxer out. Any nigga that can box, Floyd Mayweather would have picked his ass apart. Cornelius Littlejohn, what's going on? But you said, well, he got to land that one punch. You can't be taking that punch back from Kentucky and throwing it in Houston. That's telegraphing, bro. It's telegraphing his punches. He can't fight like that. Any fighter that got any ability to slip a pot shot or control distance, they going to pick him apart. He can't just, yeah, that shit was nasty, man. When I watch that shit again, that motherfucker can't do that, man. Any slick boxer gonna take advantage of his ass. I'm telling you. Any slick boxer, he fight like that shit again. You know, if Austin Trout had some power, he would have beat him. Yeah, we just talked about Shakur Stevenson. If Austin Trout had some power, he would have beat Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo been fighting like an idiot. Go back to the and just to get to the point, Burnside Avenue, what's going on? To get to the point, go back and watch the John Jackson fight. It was the second fight he was with Derek James. John Jackson wasn't even known for being a boxer. John Jackson was destroying Jamel Charlo. He was destroying, and he was destroying Jamel Charlo, like straight, just picking him apart. You know, and it's like they trained and turned him from an agile fighter with boxing ability to a one punch, one shot at a time knockout fighter. He fight just like Errol Spence, but it don't work for him. And John Jackson was just picking him apart, and then John Jackson, like his Xbox controller just died. He just stopped punching, and then he got stopped. But John Jackson was beating the hell out of Jamel Charlo. That nigga was about to lose for the intern WBC belt. He was piecing Charlo the fuck up. He was piecing Charlo the fuck up. You know, and then Charlo landed that money shot. And then he went on to whoop on Hadley and Erickson Lubin. He started thinking this nigga was Mike Tyson with one punch punch out power. Yeah, Jamel a better boxer, but guess what? When he with Derek James, that shit go out the window. He with Derek James, he fight like Errol Spence, but a poor man's Errol Spence. He said John Jackson was messing him up ever since then. I said anybody that can box was gonna beat him. Yup, that was his second fight with Derek James. He made fucking Tony Harrison look like Baby Floyd in there, right? Now, if he get back, I'm telling y'all, man, if he was him, he need to apologize to Ronnie Shields and go back. I'm confident in Tony Harrison. It don't make me no fucking difference. You seen your boy. That nigga look fugazi. If you know anything about boxing, that nigga taking punches from fucking Louisiana and trying to throw them in Brooklyn. You know? See, a lot of y'all niggas just not start watching the Charlo twins. Real talk. Now, Jamal, he wasn't on TV, I don't think, in the beginning. But Jamel, I watched a lot of Jamel Charlo early fights. He was a better boxer. A lot of motherfuckers just found out when I said he fought Gabriel Rosado. Demetrius Hopkins was a tough fight for him. Charles Munyaki was a tough fight for him. I watched all the fucking Charlo fights, man. At least Jamel Charlo fights. And I was surprised when Jamal Charlo got a fucking title shot before him. That's because Jamel was with that whole ass Golden Boy. And they had promised that nigga that fight with Canelo Alvarez and gave it to James Kirkland in San Antonio. And his brother ended up, I don't know who his brother ended up signing with. I guess he was with Al. He was with Al Heyman, and he got a title shot at the IBF versus K9 at first. So, yeah, I remember all of that shit. I ain't one of them niggas that just came to the game. I ain't one of them dudes that just came in boxing and just telling y'all some shit I don't know. I didn't come in boxing when Earl Spence came in boxing. I've been here for years. I can tell you about a ton of fights that went down. You know? A ton of them. I can give you a ton of fights to watch that'll be something that'll change your whole perspective on this generation of boxing, bro. From the Valentine's Day Massacre to Foreman, Frazier, Foreman Ali, which most people already seen, to, I mean, even Floyd Patterson versus Ali when he got his ass whooped by Ali was some good shit. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Pryor, Alexis Arguello was another great fight. Pernell and Chavez Sr. make you, anything you call a robbery you've seen since in boxing since now, make you call that shit a super duper robbery. Real talk, man. I study boxing. I've been watching it for a long time. Since Roy and James Toney, since Floyd and Corrales, and they said Floyd wasn't shit, and they had Corrales as the favorite. You know, when he fought Castillo, I watched his first and second Castillo fight like 50 times. I watched Pacquiao and fucking Morales like 60 times. Pacquiao Morales 2, I watched it about 20 times. You know, Casa Zoo, Ricky Hatton, Winky Wright, Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor, Corey Spinks, Zab Judah, Baltimore, Zab Judah, Costa Zoo, Floyd Mayweather, Baltimore. I watched a ton of these fights over and over and over again, man. I studied these fights, man, from time and time again. I go back and watch older fights more than I do watch current fights because it's hard to break down current fight films. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to break down current fight films because these niggas ain't fighting nobody, bruh. These dudes getting championship fights by fighting fucking vagabonds. This motherfucker 50 and 15 and you get a title shot from fighting him. It's hard to really say what these guys do great and what they don't do great and where their holes are at because a lot of these dudes ain't fought no tough competition. A lot of these dudes ain't fought the competition that Jamel fought. Let me say that. You know, let me say that. A lot of these dudes, you can tell me about Larry Holmes beating up Gary Cooney. They robbed him versus Michael Spinks. Some people thought, don't tell me Larry Holmes had it bad because he had to fight Ali to get a title. But like I said before, Jamel Charlo niggas laugh when I say Demetrius Hopkins. I can't pronounce homeboy. Charles Muyaki, John Jackson, Gabriel Rosado, Vanes Monterosian. They laugh, but the nigga Jamel Charlo, he got one of the best contender resumes out there. He fought some of the toughest contenders with Golden Boy. They was trying to design a way for that nigga to lose. So that's why I always gonna respect Jamel Charlo. Always. He didn't have an easy way to the title. Like Erickson Lubin got a layup at the title. This motherfucker had to hit full court shots just to get the title. And he had to go through the part where Box Nation was talking shit about him, saying he was the boringest fighter. They didn't want to have him back on their platform no more. See, like I said before, a lot of motherfuckers, even in the state of Texas, that talk boxing, they can't tell you nothing about that, bro. They can't tell you about the lineage of Juan Baby Bull and Marquez fighting. They can't tell you even the lineage about Texas. All they can say is Earl Spence 1-on-1, Earl Spence 102, you know, and what the Charlos is doing right now. Other than that, a lot of them niggas don't even go that far back in Houston, in Texas. They didn't even know fucking Paulie Malignaggi fought Juan Baby Bull Diaz, bro. A lot of them niggas don't even know that. You know, but at the end of the day, this is who niggas listen to every day. You know, but they don't listen to the Lawrence Williams, man, that talk that real shit, man. That nigga deserve to have 10,000 subscribers because he be talking some real cash shit, man. Real boxing shit, but that ain't what's popular on this bitch. Yeah, I seen we got our ass whooped tonight, man. We need that nigga Blake back bad. That nigga, man, he need to go take some of that Kobe shit up the knee and get back on the court. They dog, but you see nigga Reggie Jackson made your nigga fall, though. Reggie Jackson made your nigga fall. Damn, Dre has 70 fantasy points. He ain't do shit for me, though. Yeah, I'm going to need James Harden to get on the hop, though. Give me a minute. Oh, Kimba dropped 50 for a nigga tonight. Oh, this nigga Bradley Bill a bitch ass nigga. On God, dog. Fuck Bradley Bill, man. Yeah, I ain't watched the fight, dog. I ain't watch it today, man. Man, I had to run and get dinner, man, and a lot of shit. Then, nigga, I'm walking this nigga mile, so I go up to 5 Mile and Beach daily. So I take him up there to play. I'm not thinking it's a good day, so I'm gonna get back to that boxing in a minute. I ain't thinking it's a nice day outside, shit. So I walked the nigga up there, and the kids playing. So I took him to the other side. We ain't never been to the other side, and I walked down this hill instead of taking the stairs. So you know how you go down the hill, you kind of got to speed up a little bit. Man, nigga, my fucking shoes got stuck in the mud. Both my feet fell out the motherfuckers. Both of us muddy and shit. So that shit was crazy. So I had a long ass day, man. But I was grinding last night, man. I was changing the channel out of my other channel, and then I was building these setups real quick, man. So I got another setup to build tonight for my other channel. So I got one with my camera on and one without. Cause sometimes, nigga, I just be looking hit, be tired in the motherfucker, man. But yeah, man, we went down like a motherfucker, bro. I remember one time I was walking this nigga at Cody. It was on Memorial Day or some shit like that. So I told my mom, I was like, I'm about to go walk miles at Cody and shit. So I go up to the crib. My mom don't live far from me. I go back to the crib, get the dog, and they supposed to be back with the boneyard. Man, we walking up to Cody, so I'm like, he done ran around for a minute. It's wet again. Nigga, I walked and I tried to throw him over the mud so I ain't have to wash him when I got home or wipe him. Nigga, next thing I know, I'm looking up at the sky like, bruh. Like, nigga, I had to be out for like 2 minutes, bruh. Nigga, I slipped on the curb on the mud and I bust my head, bruh. I had to be out. That shit was crazy than a motherfucker. This nigga just looking there, sitting at me like, dog, he ain't even licking the nigga like, get up. This nigga just sat down. Motherfucker went down. I told my mom, I said, man, I got her zero gravity chair. That bitch like $1,200, $1,500. I said, man, nigga getting old, bro. I felt 30 on that day. I don't live far from Cody at all. I live by Henry Ford. I live by Cody. I live all in that whole area. Detroit community. All there. I live in the hood, man. I live in the hood. He said Westbrook made history. Like, hey, I heard about that shit, man. Heard about that shit. Andre Drummond been balling, nigga. Like, for real. That nigga been balling. I can't even talk shit about that nigga, man. Ever since the All-Star break, Blake just been tired, though, man. He been killing us, but it's better not say James Harden ain't playing tonight. Oh, no, it ain't what it is. FanDuel will do it to you. But yeah, man. But like I said before, a lot of these dudes, man, they don't know shit about boxing, man. These niggas just scratch the surface. They put some words together, make it sound good, trick y'all niggas and think they know what they talking about, man. He said, I go to Cass. Yeah, my niece, she went to Cass. She got kicked the fuck out. She was on the swim team. It's like 3-4 years ago, though. But yeah, you go to Cass, you might get your ass whooped. You walk through the Cass corridor. we used to be on the Cass. Them niggas used to we had the same bus route, so some of them niggas used to come down Grand River and number streets. Man, used to be on them little Cass chicks, bro, for real. But like I said before, a lot of these motherfuckers, man, I didn't secretly heard some conversations where niggas wanted to talk about certain shit on boxing shows and shit. I ain't gonna say no names. They want to talk about certain shit, but niggas don't want to talk about it. It's ignored. So like I said before you fix your mouth and say you a hardcore boxing fan or a purist boxing fan, double check that shit, man. Because if you only like a handful of fighters, man, you can't be a hardcore boxing fan. More than likely, you take the test, you a casual fan, bro. And this ain't nothing wrong with being a casual fan. You know, ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. I'm a casual fan of baseball. I'm a casual fan of hockey. Casual fan of a lot of different sports. So, you know, people take being a casual wrong. Like, oh, man, this nigga casual. Really, it's a badge of honor because casuals make the sport go round. Real talk. Casuals, man, without casuals, ain't no pay-per-views. Without casuals, it ain't no boxing. We probably be watching boxing, you know, shit, like an infomercial, 3 a.m. or some shit like that on tape delay. You know, for those who know basketball, they remember before Bird and Magic came around, the NBA Finals was on tape delay. You know, a lot of people couldn't probably believe that how far the NBA came, but it was Bird and Magic carried it through the 80s, and then Jordan took it to another stratosphere in the 90s. That's what Bird and Magic is responsible for what the NBA has become. So a lot of motherfuckers don't know that though, bro. Battle Hub, what's going on? Battle Rifle, Nick, you still Battle Rifle to me. A lot of them niggas don't know shit about that, man. But like I said before, like I said, a lot of motherfuckers don't get in deep in boxing, man. They don't really know shit about boxing. They get on here and they take some fancy words and they don't answer no technical questions. Start asking the niggas that y'all watch boxing technical questions, bro. And put my shit to test. Ask some technical questions, man. Ask them about some fighters, that maybe Tanaka. Maybe you can ask them about Tutor Rivenstein. You can ask them about Juan Estrada. You can ask them about Inuyuwa. And watch what I say, nigga. I'm guarantee you I'm going to be right. He said, do you think I'm a casual boxing fan? No. No, this nigga be talking about Fernando Vargas and shit. He breaking down fights now. This nigga Wood trying to go crazy. Now go ahead and subscribe to Wood. Battle Hub need to do some fucking boxing videos. This nigga, he be cameoing everybody. This nigga think he in a Super Friend, the Justice League or some shit. This nigga be cameoing in so many shits. You turn on this nigga cameo with this dude. Might as well start. You and Dr. Blick might as well start making videos. Y'all should tag team or some shit. For real. He said, well, exactly why I don't have a pound for pound list. That list is so fucking subjective. I just enjoy the whole sport. Yeah. Yep, I got mine. But, a lot of motherfuckers is based on favoritism. And I like this guy or I don't like this guy. So for me, he said some guys online were saying the New Year bum. That nigga the truth. I've been watching that nigga since he was like coming up. We've had conversations about him. Like Jared Hurd. I've been watching Jared Hurd before he fought JoJo Dan. Whatever the fuck he called himself now. And I can vouch. Me and my nigga was on Jared Hurd when that nigga was coming up, man, before he was ranked. I probably can pull up some old posts about it. We was on the Jared Hurd train first. For real. He said I was going to make film studies like Wilson Caden. Yeah, you got to get them rights. Or you got to not just monetize. But you got to get them rights for that shit. Niggas going to come at you with copyright. Like, oh, that's my video. My nigga went through that shit. When we was on Colossal Sports TV, he used to do like the fight breakdowns. He said, why Top Rank looking desperate? How they looking desperate? They might about to get shut down. I don't know what you're talking about, but how they getting desperate? He said Caden Wilson was the truth. Yeah, because you got to get rights to those videos, bro. Anytime you use somebody else's video, you got to get right. That's why it's best to probably do fight predictions on or you got to credit them the right way. It's probably best to do fight predictions on the Patreon or some shit and just have niggas donate to you on the Patreon for your fight predictions. But that's makes sense because YouTube be on some other shit. The copyrights, videos, man, it's so tough, man. Everybody says, oh, that's my video. That's my video you use, man. It's crazy. Shakur Stevenson fucked. No, his career ain't messed up. That happened last year, dog. Bob Arum will get him out of that on the channel. Appreciate it, Terrell Bay. Appreciate it for real. Yeah, man. I was listening to Kurt Sugar. Was that today? Man, my day is so fucked up, man. I was working my ass off yesterday. I was looking at World Breaker shit, and Kurt Sugar was talking about how Bob Arum took over. How he ended up taking over Ali's fight promotional company. He started off Ali's secondary, man. That nigga need to do a whole video dedicated to that because I did not know that Bob Arum finessed Ali out of his boxing company and he was a secretary. Because Bob Arum was a lawyer. Bob Arum was a lawyer. For real. He was a lawyer. And then he started off as Ali's secretary. Then he finessed him out of a company. Same shit happened to Russell Simmons. They finessed him out of Def Jam. A lot of motherfuckers don't know that. Finessed his ass out of Def Jam, man. So that shit crazy. It will harm secure a career as he gets bigger, similar to Floyd. Shit, nigga, in boxing, that shit don't matter for nothing. He really didn't even hit that. That girl was in the way, bruh. He trying to swing on old boy. He hooked around old girl head. He didn't hurt old girl. Guyton was blowing out old girl stuff because she put his hands on him. Look here, man. You put your hands on me, man, woman, dog, pigeon, giraffe. Man, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I don't care. These women want to fight for equal rights, right? They want to fight for equal rights. But if you put your hands on me, what am I supposed to do? If you punching me in my head, what you think I'm gonna do? If my girl ain't around. If you put your hands on me, what you think I'm gonna do? I'm going to put hands on you. And if you just so happen to be an old person, I'm going to nicely put you down on the bench and take your walker away and put it 50 feet to the left. Don't put your hands on me. Please don't put your hand. No, they finessed him out of Def Jam. They said they sold it. They finessed him out of Def Jam. Equal rights and lefts. No, man, she put his hands on Guyton. She punched him. He was he was getting into with the guy he was getting into, and she punching him on the side of his head. No, bruh. No, you not just about to put your hands on me. I don't care who you is. You gonna get the same equal opportunity that he got. What is wrong with this dude, man, in the chat, man? No. Man, these niggas just weirdos, bro. Get the fuck up out of here, man. Get your weirdo ass up out of here, man. Some weird niggas, man. The internet full of so many weird niggas, man. It's just out of control, man. Yeah, man, you better not put your hands on me. For real, man. Yeah, it be niggas that ain't never had no run-ins with women. That'd be like, oh, I don't put my hands on women. Yeah, as soon as a woman go upside your head, or you come home and your wife went in the bed with another man, now you want to kill her. Yeah, you didn't put your hands on her. You put a bullet in her head. I don't know, bro. Dudes is weird, man. It's just weird ass nigga shit, bro. The internet full of weirdos, man. For real. So stop playing with these. Don't put your hands on nobody, bro. If you a woman and these dudes fight, man, and you feel the need that you need to jump in, well, you better be able to you better get ready to bang, bro. For real. Man, like I said before, man, you can't be putting your hands on nobody. I don't put my hands on nobody unless you put your hands on me first. For real, man. But at the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson, like in boxing, it really don't matter. Cause guess what? You ain't getting no sponsorships anyway. You see Pacquiao said something about gay people, how it wasn't religious, and then they took his Nike sponsorship away. He said it was against religion to be gay. And then they stripped him his sponsorship. All of a sudden, anytime you use anything else in the Bible, it's okay. But when you point out in the Bible that something ain't right, all these groups get on my nerve. PETA, the rest of them, bruh. Get the hell up out of here with all that bull crap. Oh, he says this about people, and you can't say that about people. Please, yes I can. What you gonna do? You gonna throw paint on my mink, and then I'm gonna do something that you don't want me to do? Everybody's so soft. I was looking at the Us movie. They said deaf people got mad because the way old girl was talking. Like, hey, get up out of here, man. Get up out of here, man. These dudes are so soft nowadays, man. That's why kids are scared to go outside. Oh, this can happen to me. That can happen to me. Hey, look here, man. When we was outside, a lot of shit could have happened. That's how we learned to survive growing up. If somebody came and said, I got candy in the car, you know what your mama said. Nah, nigga, you get to running. He get out the car, we all jump in his ass. These kids so soft, they scared, they parents and built in fear in them. This next generation, man, ain't gonna be nothing. They ain't gonna be nothing. These dudes, man, they scared to walk to the corner store. You know how many times we walk to the corner store? Hey, matter of fact, we walk to corner stores in several different neighborhoods. We walk to stores that's not even our neighborhood. We catch buses everywhere. Nowadays, kids ain't doing that no more. They got them scared of everything, man. Shoot, man, I had dudes I went to school with stashing stuff on the side of the building. They leave their strap on the side of the building where they go stash, and they come out of school, they pick it up and go walk at home. Anything happen, you know what's going on. Could you imagine that? You being in high school and you got to get picked up and dropped off for 4 years? Please. We was getting out of basketball practice and football practice 7, 8 o'clock. Bus cars turned off at 9, so we had to hustle. LV Live salute. We had to hustle. Oh, you forgot your bus card? It was going to be a long walk to the crib. I went to school in the trenches, man. Dexter, Linwood, West Grand Boulevard, Vinewood, Zone 8 niggas, number streets. Right down the street you had Southwest Chadsey, the Mexicans and the Hispanic dude. I mean, everybody, bruh. You can't do these kids scared to go to the store. The gas station be 2-3 steps outside your door. Oh, I can get shot or it's human sex trafficking. I'm like, man, get up out of here. Get up out of here, man. I remember we was on Dexter in Northwestern High School, excuse me. It's called something else, preparatory or something now. In the Dexter. And I don't know what this girl we with did, but she thought she was the shit, right? Her name was Latia. She thought she was the shit, right? So I'm sitting down and shit. And a couple of other niggas, they sitting by the bus stop where the bus come. Man, some nigga then got out of the car and took like I had to be like 200 worth of ones and got out and made it rain on her ass. That shit was funny as hell. She looking at us, we supposed to help. I said, all you did was made it rain on your ass. No, I'm from Detroit. You know, at the end of the day, these niggas, man, these kids, man, I be looking like they scared to go outside. I gotta force my daughter to walk my fucking dog. I said, that dog ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? And if he do, he better not come back here. My dog already know. Protect. You know, he know it already. He don't let nobody get close to mine. Nigga, shit, you step on my concrete. As soon as you step up on my property, that nigga, right. One day he got out on the mail lady. I was scared as hell. I said, they gonna put your ass down, nigga. I said, they gonna put you down. I got a pit lab. Or lab pit. More lab than pit. What they mix. I got a pit. Hold on. Duke, Brown, Mr. Black, Chocolate, Snowy, Stripes, Jazz, Taz, and Big Boy. I got 9 of them. Yup, 9. Other 9 stay at my dad's crib and shit, so I go out there and help them out. They used to be somewhere else, but they stay at my dad's crib and shit. And when he go out of town, I feed him and shit, man. But shit, I be feeling the safest when I'm there. When I got all 10 dogs all together, I ain't gonna get touched. I ain't gonna get touched. Trust me. You come over that gate, I ain't even gotta do nothing. I don't need no gun, nothing. You getting ate alive, bro. He said, I'm from New York. Yeah, I go out to New York area all the time. Brooklyn, Manhattan. I ain't never been to Harlem. My family from the South Bronx. But I've been to Brooklyn, Manhattan, Times Square. Obviously, everybody go to Times Square. I can go to Harlem next time I go. Nice to have 15 dogs in the country. Yeah, man. Safest, man. Ain't nobody gonna touch you with no dogs, bro. Real talk. That's why I prefer dogs over cats. He might do some jail time for that, for real, though. He might do some jail time. You know, Bob Arum a lawyer and shit, but he might do some time. Definitely Guyton probably doing some time. No, I never been there. Yeah, man, I never been to Philadelphia neither, bro. My man's name is go to Pittsburgh and do some shit in Pittsburgh, and I ain't never go to Pittsburgh, but yeah, I go through Ohio all the time. Ohio, Chicago, Indiana, Indianapolis, Columbus. Well, I ain't been to Columbus, but then through Columbus, Cleveland, Sandusky, Toledo. Toledo basically Michigan. Toronto. I'm about Toronto. Windsor. I've been to Windsor, Toronto. So yeah, Canada kind of lit. You only gotta be 19 to drink and smoke in Canada, or to drink. You know. So Canada lit. I'm right there. Take me. If it wasn't for the security on Ambassador Bridge, it'd probably take me like 10 minutes to get to Canada. Well, from my crib, maybe 30 to get to Canada, to get to Windsor. But let's talk about, before I log off, let's talk about the all first team step it up. And I know y'all wonder why y'all see Tevin, Tank, and y'all see Callum Smith, because they part of the all first team that need to step it up. For real. Because real talk, them, not just them. You can just go through a list of people that need to step it up in boxing. Let's go through the list. Give me a second. Let's go through the list. We can start off from, let's say, Ray Vargas. Ray Vargas is one of them. Ray Vargas been getting away with a lot. He fighting Kamada. I'm picking Kamada to beat him. I don't even care. Leo Santa Cruz is one that need to step it up for real. Santa Cruz got the biggest pass in boxing history, bruh. You know what I'm saying? People quick people quick to say, oh man, Rick and Dial quit, but they gotta remember that Santa Cruz straight moved up multiple weight classes to avoid him. You know, but he need to step it up. Gervonta Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Gary Russell fault. He need to step it up. But I'm putting it on guys who ain't trying to fight tough competition. Cause you know Leo Santa Cruz, he been ducking Gary Russell and Rick and Dial. Gary Russell want them fights. And Tank ain't got nothing to say when it's Gary Russell. Anybody else say something about Gervonta Tank Davis, he ain't got much to say. He ain't got nothing to say when somebody else say something for him. But soon as Gary Russell say something about Gervonta, he ain't got nothing. He mumbling. The only reason Gary Russell fight once a year is because none of the other guys will fight him. He said it. I got bad hands, and I want to fight. I want to fight the champions, and the champions don't fight him. So how can you blame him if he only want to waste his hands? If he only want to waste his hands on good fights, at the end of the day, y'all be killing me with that. Put on Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Y'all Mexican fighters getting whack as hell, bro. I ain't saying we doing too much better than y'all, but shit, y'all Mexican fighters, man, they don't build them like they used to. You know, they don't build Mexican fighters like they used. Let's talk about that for a minute. I mean, y'all got some of the most fickle boxers I ever seen. Y'all got some duck gooses out there. Canelo be ducking smoke. Leo Santa Cruz be ducking smoke. You know, Abner Mares is running from Gary Russell. I mean, shit. You know, y'all got a lot. Mikey Garcia hadn't done shit in his career until he fought Errol Spence. He ducked Lomachenko smoke in some people's opinion, but it looked like Loma ducking his smoke. Man, y'all got some funny fighters. Jaime Maguire ain't fighting nobody. He talking about I'll fly on the #1 junior middleweight, but I don't want to fight Harrison, Hurd, and Charlo. Shut up. You know, shut up. Gilberto Ramirez, he ain't out here fighting nobody. Man, like I said before, Salvador Sanchez should be rolling over in his grave. He rolling over in his grave. Shit, Chavez Sr. looking at his son, Chavez Jr., and the rest of these punk Mexican fighters that's out here now, he rolling over in his big chair. For real, bro. For real. I mean, shit. Some of our black fighters out there, man. Ali rolling over in his fucking grave, man. With some of these dudes out here, man. For real. He looking at Gervonta Tank Davis like, man, him. You know, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, BSing around. He looking at Tevin Farmer. He looking at Tevin Farmer like, come on, bro. And I know y'all ain't, man. They looking at, man, the UK, man. I'm gonna do a special stream in the morning if I can wake up early enough, man. If I got time in the morning, man. The UK is just terrible, bro. The UK, at the end of the day, man. How can the UK even be proud? How can the UK be even proud of the fighters they putting out there? You talking about an all first team stepping up. How about an all useless first team? Tyson Fury, Poonanny. Callum Smith, Poonanny. He calling on everybody but Caleb Plant and everybody but David Benavidez. He ain't calling out nobody. He said, Billy Joe Saunders would be a good fight, but they gave this clown Lineal. I mean, Joshua, you talk about Fury, Billy Ho, he out here cheating. All three of them probably was cheating. I know Fury was cheating for sure. That's a fact. Billy Joe got caught cheating. That's a fact. Anthony Joshua, they probably is giving him exemptions. Oh, Josh Warrington. Oh, Gary Russell got to do something. Who the fuck made you the boy? You just got here. You got who did he get his title from? He got his title from beating Lee Selby. That a guy that started off, I think, at lightweight and came back down in weight. Man, shut the front door. You trying to Canelo too. You trying to get here and call the shots. You was a punk. Carl Frampton, he a punk. He ran from Rick and Dial too, and he ran from Gary Russell. Then in his American debut, he got dropped like 2 or 3 times. So don't tell me no wish that the UK out. I mean, even Josh Kelly, this dude ducked David Alvarezzian. Who ducked David Alvarezzian, bruh? And then Josh Kelly seen that 147 was a problem. He seen them Jerry in his highlights. He said, "Oh, I can't beat him coming up." Then he seen Regis coming. Then he seen Josh Taylor coming. He seen all these dudes coming. He can't beat none of the champions right now. He can't beat Danny Garcia. He can't beat Errol Spence getting to the champions. He can't beat Sean Porter. He can't beat Terrence Crawford. He can't beat none of them. Keith Thurman. Josh Kelly said, you know what? I'm going to get up out of here. Real talk. I'm going to get up out of here. He probably scared. He can't even beat a Saddam Ali probably. They moved him to 154 to duck David Ivorisian. Who ducked David Ivorisian? Even though he got the knockout thing last week. Then he act like them niggas ain't gonna come to 54. What you talking about? Errol Spence coming to 54. Sean can come to 54. Keith Thurman can come to 54. You know, at least Eubanks be fighting people, bruh. He ducked Golovkin, but at least he be fighting people, man. Them other dudes are just pathetic, bruh. I can make an all first team step it up out of them, bruh. For real. Them dudes from the UK. Look at Anthony Yard. Oh, my God. That's what I meant to talk about. Look at Anthony Yard, bruh. I did a Regis Progress video like last week. I'm the only one that did the Regis Progress video. Ain't nobody else talking about Regis Progress. I did a video on them. You know? I probably got more Regis Progress videos than anybody else out there. But I talk about him and Taylor all the time. Well, I used to. But, you know, talk about Anthony Yard, bro. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that Anthony Yard shit, man? Oh, my God, bro. Anthony Yard is, no, he ain't. He ain't gonna fight the Crusher. His trainer's with Dillian White, right? And he says that to his trainer that Dillian White say, oh, man, I think y'all might have to go over to Russia. He said, you wouldn't go over to Russia. He said, Dillian White said, you give me the right amount of money, I will. He said, you wouldn't go over to Russia. And Dillian White said, yes, I will for $10 million for the right money. At the end of the day, if Anthony Yard, and I'll do a video tonight after I get off about Anthony Yard or something like that. If Anthony Yard duck out in this WBO title shot again, the WBO should ban Anthony Yard for 2 years, bro. Even if it go to purse bid, they not taking the fight unless they win the purse bid. And Angus Klimov, the manager of Kovalev, said the offer was like terrible to come to the UK. So we already knew Anthony Yard wouldn't fight no Callum Smith. He's scared to fight Buatsi. What's going on, people? Chino. This dude's scared to fight Buatsi. But I am tripping on how Kathy Dude was trying to get Kovalev to fight in Russia, though. Like, dude, how you gonna go fight in Russia? You feel me? Like, dude, you ain't fought in Russia for how? Have you ever fight Russia? Yeah, he ducking Kovalev. Yeah, man, we been knew he was gonna duck Kovalev. Coach talking all different. Oh, you know, we with Adidas. We the how you the A side, bro? With Anthony Yard resume, bro. And people in the UK don't like him. Yeah, he should be banned for 2 years out the sanctioned belt body, bro. He passed up I think a title eliminator before, and now he passing up a mandatory shot. Yes, he is a crook, but at the end of the day, he need to come to America and fight Kovalev. If you want Kovalev to come to the UK, then you need to pay him. Smitty Rich, salute. They need to just ban him from the rank. I wouldn't rank him nowhere. This dude ain't fought a soul, bro. He ducked Sullivan Barrera. He ducked Buatsi. He didn't want to fight Callum Johnson, I think somebody just mentioned. Like, who you gonna fight? If you won't fight Sullivan Barrera, what you think and he got knocked out by Dimitri Bivol. You think you gonna fight Kovalev? Kovalev is gonna smoke Anthony Yard, bruh. And they know it. You know, by the time he get by the time he take a title shot, he gonna be at welterweight. He gonna be at cruiserweight, bruh. It's a shame though, but at the end of the day, that's the whole UK in a nutshell, bruh. Joshua, Punani. Fury, Punani. Yard, Punani. Billy Ho, Punani. You can keep going on and on. It's only a few real UK fighters like Josh Taylor, bruh. Josh Kelly proved to be a Punani. If you're working for the WBO sanction body, what would you like to say to Yard? Get out. Take the fight and get out. Period. Get out. Don't come back. 2-year ban, bruh. Unless you get another belt and you unify. On a Charlo fight, I think if Jamil fight the same way, he gonna get knocked out or get beat badly. I favor the knockout. But if he come back and he fight a different fight, he should be able to. If he box like he can, he should be able to win easily. So I love to be a fly on the wall in that camp. Oh, Bell, you the biggest punk. Talked all that junk about Wilder. Wilder put his arm around him. Oh, no, him, punk. Don't forget David Haye. Remember David Haye was supposed to fight Tyson Fury and he pulled out. That's just the way. Look at Dillian White. You know, ducking Luis Ortiz like a little punk. He don't want the title shot if he got to fight Luis Ortiz. It's just the culture of punks in the UK. Real talk, they say fighters, a culture of punks. They all punks, except for a few of them. You know, Josh Kelly is the latest punk. Scared of David Navarrete and faked the sickness probably and then gonna move up in weight. He was a punk. Kell Brooks, scared to fight Jesse Vargas twice. Scared to fight Brandon Rios. Like, bro, you can't even fight Brandon Rios. You can't fight Brandon Rios. Like, bro, are you serious? You can't fight Brandon Rios? Roberto Soto got to be 60 years old, bro. And he beat Brandon Rios. You scared to... Man, come on, Kelly Brook. Come on, Kelly Brook. Come on. Come on, Kelly Brook. Yeah, he need to go back to Ronnie Shields. He go back to Ronnie Shields, he'd beat Harrison easy. Or he should. Kelly Brook. He getting drunk on an airplane because Errol Spence beat him. His life over with. This new Kell Brook going on an air, getting threw off airplanes drunk. You know. Billy Joe Saunders got out the division, bruh. He went up to super middleweight. He got out the division, bruh. Didn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade again because he was going to get... Man, the UK is just a bad look right now. And no matter how bad the American boxing scene look, the UK make us look like we the gold standard, bruh. Real talk. What's up, D Nizzle? The UK make me feel better about US boxing, bro. Cause the UK boxing full of just frauds, bro. They fighting guys at 6 and 67, and Eddie Hearn just getting them title shots like James Tennyson, bro. How does James Tennyson get a? I gotta do some film work on there, but I my fandom lies with Shields. You know, I think Billy Joe a bad man. Yeah, he a bad man. He cheating ass nigga. Do you think Spencer versus Canelo and Canelo gonna be a fucking light heavyweight, bro, or a super middleweight? He gonna be a light heavyweight or a super middleweight. Spence can't beat Canelo no way, bro. Hell, ain't nobody beating Canelo. Nobody. Even if Spence go the distance and beat him 8-4 or 10-2, Canelo gonna get a fucking draw, get a split decision, bro. Canelo the most untouchable boxer I ever seen. Until I see somebody whoop him like Frankie Randall whoop Chavez. He unbeatable, bro. Canelo invincible. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he just invincible, bro. You not beating that man. You just getting the payday. Unless you can knock him out. And it's only one person that can knock him out probably at 60, and that's probably Jamal Charlo. Now, Demetrius Andrade at his best, which I think his best is past him, which is irrelevant to talk about. He probably the only one that can outbox him because Canelo could put a rehydration on Demetrius Andrade and it wouldn't fucking matter. Demetrius Andrade is a small middleweight. You know? He's a small... That's why he don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. He can't get no clear advantage over Andrade. Now, if Andrade can develop some power at 160, he have had a best chance of beating Canelo. But Demetrius Andrade been to outbox Canelo 8-4, 9-3 or whatever it is, and he'll fuck around and get a draw or get robbed. You know, Canelo is like... He like Chavez Sr. 2 times or 3 times, probably 5 times. You know, you can't knock him out. He like Chavez, man. I remember Frankie Randall beat Chavez, man. Khan was outboxing Canelo, and what happened? He got knocked out. Even if you outbox Canelo like that, you're not getting no decision, bro. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I remember before I get off, I remember Floyd was talking about he had fought. He used to stay with Frankie Randall. And him and Frankie Randall would spar when he was a teenager in Vegas, and he would be beating Frankie Randall, but he said he could beat Frankie Randall, but he used to hold back because he didn't want Frankie Randall to kick him out his house. You know, he said I had been sparring professionals my whole teenage life. He said I was outboxing Frankie Randall, and then I think he said Frankie Randall went on to become the first man to officially beat Chavez Sr., you know. Danny Jacobs going to sleep probably, bro. You know, less them snack products kicking in. Did Jamal sue the WBC? He ain't gonna sue the WBC. He ain't gonna sue him. You know, he ain't gonna sue him. Who you think Klitschko will fight out the big? Klitschko need to go fight the couch. He need to go get his baby mama back, because she used him, had a baby, and finessed him out of cash. You know. Yeah, one judge, man, Floyd outboxed Canelo every round. I bought that pay-per-view. Well, me and my homie house, we all chipped in on the pay-per-view. I bought that for Danny Garcia and Lucas Matisse. I got paid that day. I got paid. I didn't care nothing about it. I got paid off Canelo and Floyd. That was an easy one to call. You had, what's the old boy from Ring TV and Golden Boy? Doug Fisher out here. Stevie Kim out here lying to the fans. It's a young man's sport, and Canelo is going rough and tough and beat Floyd Mayweather up. I said, shit, Canelo Alvarez don't even fight like that, bro. Canelo Alvarez ain't no rough and tough fighter. Canelo Alvarez is a boxer. He ain't never been a Madonna type of fighter. Keith Thurman, Donald Curry. Which Keith Thurman? This Keith Thurman, I got Donald Curry. Donald Curry was a good fighter. He got beat by Honey Gun, though. But he was physically bigger than Keith Thurman, too. Donald Curry went up to what? Super middleweight, right? Yeah, Keith Thurman ain't really proved shit to me, so it's hard. Even though Donald Curry got iced, I'm still gonna ride with him. Do you do a video of you testing out snack product? Yeah, I'm gonna go try them shits out. I bought some other stuff now. My homie, he got me some stuff, man. I'm gonna start working out next week. Hopefully, I gotta get my stuff out my other car. They got that shit at the electric shop. I'm like, man, just junk that motherfucker. I need a new couch anyway. My homeboy supposed to be bringing me a new couch over. I'm waiting on him, and that shit ain't happy yet. So, shit, I'm about to just throw my couch out, get me a new one. Thurman retires at the Pac fight. Exactly. Thurman done. I think if they offer Charlo 20, he should go to the zone. He trying to go to the zone. They lowballing him, bro. He said, I'm open to going to the zone. Eddie Hearn be lying, bro. Canelo didn't win a round, bro. I don't even think they honored split decision bets to the dude. Yeah, man, you ain't lying, bro. I remember the Cali Enigma was telling me like he was watching Chavez and Pernell back in the day, and they scored a draw. Pernell obviously beat him. He said he made somebody pay him his money because they knew Pernell Whitaker won that fight. Yeah, that was you ain't seen a robbery till you seen Pernell Whitaker versus Chavez Sr., bro. You ain't see. Every time I watch that fight, I get mad, bro. Thurman been warm smoke with Canelo. Man, Thurman get stretched out, bro. Canelo a whole tank with the luxury editions. You know what I'm saying? Do you know anyone that's taking snack products? Yeah, new Fat Boy Fitness is supposed to be trying them out. Yeah, hit him up on Instagram. I think he said he was testing them out. You can get all that stuff at GNC though. The same ZMA. I took ZMA before, not from Snack. ZMA is a natural. They be promoting on their little Fight Hub commercial things. ZMA is a natural sleep that help you get a deep sleep and shit. You know, but if you working out for real, if you working out hard like you supposed to, you gonna fall into a natural sleep anyway. What's up, Southside? 601 salute. Y'all go subscribe to him, man. But if you working out hard, you don't need no damn ZMA. Real talk. You know, or you get and then if you take the casein before you go to bed, and it's like protein for the nighttime and shit. Especially for niggas that's trying to put on weight. I ain't never had that problem. But casein, it make you take a nasty shit in the morning though. For real. You take casein before you go to sleep, and it's supposed to, you know, do what protein do, heal and repair muscles and stuff of that nature. But ZMA, that shit good though. You know, if you a half-ass working out nigga, or you just got sleep apnea or some shit, or not sleep apnea, you just got sleep issues, you pop a ZMA pill, go try that shit at GNC. Take some ZMA, and then you be out like a night, you know, and it's safe. And I think it's all natural for, Ever tried vitamin IV? No, I ain't never tried that. But you'll be safe. Gerald McClellan in this era, yeah, he'd be a problem. He probably wouldn't be the best. Well, Julian Jackson, that'd be him and Gerald McClellan. That I don't know. In the middleweight division, he probably clean up. Julian Jackson, you know, Canelo probably get him somewhat of a problem because Canelo seem to have a good jaw and he got a good counterpuncher. But McLennan and Canelo, that'd be a good fantasy fight. You know, even going to 68, you know, a lot of them dudes unproven at 68. But Gerald McLennan, Kawasaki, that's one that nobody talk about. Gerald McLennan versus Andre Ward. I mean, that's a good one. You know, James Toney, if you ain't ever seen James Toney and Gerald McLennan spar, it was a war. You know what I'm saying? You know, James Toney was just, you know, he was just a little lazy with his weight. So, yeah, you think Farmer gonna fight Ryan Garcia? Yeah, I would. You know, I wish. I'm probably if Garcia not favored, I'm gonna take some money on Garcia. Real talk, I'm gonna take Garcia. He said I'm trying to drop from 240 to 215. Yeah, you got an easy way to go, bro. Depending on if you stop eating the bullshit. Yeah, man. All you gotta do is just, you know, cardio, some weights, and just eat right. Especially if you was in the summertime, that shit gonna fall right on off. In the wintertime, it's harder to cut, man, because you in the house all the time. You susceptible to eat. But shit, all you gotta do is get you a nice little hoodie. You know what I'm saying, to go over your body. Not even a sweat bag, and just walk on the treadmill with that shit on. Do some intervals, some jogs. And get your shit going, and that shit'll drop right on off, dog. You know, motherfuckers tell you not to lift weights while you losing weight. That's one of the biggest lies of all time. Lifting weights burn more fat than doing cardio. Most of cardio burn more water weight than anything. It's hard to burn a pound of fat. Those weightlifting gonna turn that fat into lean muscle. As long as you ain't bulk, you know, heavy lifting and shit like that. You know, I don't heavy lift no more, man. I might max out every 2 or 3 months when I lift, or shit, maybe 6 months. Bad on your elbows, man. You know, bands and lifting weights and dips, body dips, even tricep dips, back workouts. I don't go heavy on deadlifts, squats, none of that shit, man. This ain't no powerlifting contest. You lift all them weights, go out there, and somebody tap you on your chin, you going to sleep. Spence versus Jamil, I don't know. Spence versus Tony Harrison be a good one too. Steve 2 pound 4. Yeah, he used to work out the gym I used to go to, man. I see him around sometimes in Detroit. Well, I used to. CJ maxing out at 185. Man, I got a whole video I can show your ass, nigga, hitting 225 like 30 times, bro. Playing with that shit, bro. Playing with it. I used to do 225, 10 sets, 10 times. That's when I really got strong. That's a prison workout. And you get probably a minute to 45-second rest in between. Yeah. All that muscle don't mean nothing. I work off 225. I ain't going too much higher than that no more. You know, all that, I don't need to bulk up no more, man. Or at least when I do lift, you know what I'm saying? I already posted on my Facebook. I posted, yeah, man. I should still have it in the archives. Yeah, man. Yeah. You better ask about me, bro. You better ask. What's my boy was in here? You better ask. I was strongest nigga in the gym, man. Full of prison niggas, too. Shoulders, how you want it? 225. Head press, no spot. How you want it? Deadlift. What you talking about? 500-600 on the squat rack? I wasn't even playing football then. Clean and jerk about 245. South side. Ooh, these niggas don't know, man. That was back in my get fucked up and go to the gym, wake up in the morning and work out days, man. Them days way behind. And then your boy Southside, then your boy, I do my cardio before I lift. So your boy was doing about 2.5 miles, and then I lift. Ooh, Southside, man, you tell me, man, I'm tearing them hoes up, bro. Ooh, man, I'm tearing them hoes up, man. Tearing them hoes up. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I might have fucked around and put some Henny. I might have fucked around and put some fucking Henny in my fucking protein shake. He said, I know a nigga bitching 720, and then you touch that nigga chin, he go to sleep. All that big ass muscle for nothing, bro. That's what I found out, bro. All that shit do was slow your ass down. Lean muscle is where everybody, you want the lean muscle. That's where you at. That lean muscle. I know I should go to the powerhouse in Woodward. On Woodward. In Detroit and Highland Park. Everybody on steroids. Everybody in that bitch. I seen a nigga pick up a whole machine and move it because a guy that was gay next to him. Cass or King got the best football out there. I don't know. When I was playing in high school, I didn't go to DP. I didn't play for. I played with DPS 1 year, and then I transferred out to the Burbs. But when I was in high school, King was the first team to win a state title from the city of Detroit. no football team in the city of Detroit won a state title in football. And then Cass got good. Cass got beat by Fortson this year. That's an Arab school in Dearborn. I drive by that every day. But I don't know. You know, Cass got some good players that got, Mike Weber. He went to Ohio State. Jaru Campbell was real good till he slammed the security guard on his neck. But Cass got some good players, bro. So does King though. Nick Perry, he played for the Packers. Cass, I don't know. I think it's a dead heap. It's even, bro. It's even. It's even. But let me get off here, man. I'm bullshit. I got me a hole for some food down there. I done got this damn motherfucking Blizzard for fucking Dairy Queen. And I always get a medium or regular. And I'm like, I can eat some more. I got a large, man. I don't even eat half this shit, man. Peoples Jones, yup. Yeah, we got some good ass players, man. Cass got some good players, man. King too, man. But yeah, Detroit football definitely came up, man. But let me stop this. Appreciate everybody for showing love. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email as well. And just share the videos, man. Don't forget, check out the sponsor, the Health Blaze. They got all natural products. Use the promo code GoodFella1Boxing. Y'all know what it is, man. We gone.